Do 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 do.
To think it's been here all along, somewhere to belong, and a reason, a something to believe in.
Basically, midnight premieres are everything that I love about Harry Potter. The dressing up, hanging out with Harry Potter fans, butterbeer, and just the energy. I know that you guys know what I'm talking about, but that just electric energy of being at a premiere and just feeling everyone feel the same thing. It felt so surreal because it felt like it kind of snuck up on me that I was anticipating this for months and months, and then suddenly it was here and I wasn't ready and I didn't even know how to be nervous or excited. Although someone did talk to me about Harry Potter that day and were like, hey, are you excited for the premiere? And we were ripping peas out of trellises and out of the ground at the time, and I just went crazy and I just was like, yes! And like just ripped the peas out of the ground like a crazy person. And it makes all of my coworkers laugh when people reference this moment. But I didn't know how to feel besides excited, and I just knew that this was the end, whatever that means, and it made me feel like I should be sad, but all I could feel was that energy, and I couldn't feel sad anymore. I could just be there and enjoy the moment, and enjoy it we did. My friends and I made survival kits, which you can see here passing out now. Basically, they consisted of candy and tissues and like a survival guide from Tumblr of how to survive the premiere, and I had a spell cheat sheet where I freaking forgot to put on Expelliarmus. Head desk. Well, that's not a desk, but I don't have a desk, so head desk. My friend Taylor, although she is a Ravenclaw, has Gryffindor courage and is amazing. Because, like, we had a sign that said Boston Nerd Fighters, and I was way too chicken to hold it up in front of the whole theater, and then she wasn't, and then we realized that no one was going to be able to see it, so I was just like, well, if we wanted to be really effective, we would get up and rock around with it. And by we, I mean you. And she did it. And after I heard some, like, success in the fact that she wasn't being murdered, you can tell I'm a good friend, I ran after her and we went around the theater and made nerd fighters and talked to people, and it was awesome, and we met some really cool people. We are going to try and run around the theater and find people and find nerd fighters and create nerd fighters, which we did in our own theater, and it was awesome. So now I'm going to take you guys with me. So, yay! Okay.
She's not.
Okay, but we found Boston area nerd fighters, and it's very exciting.
It is exciting!
We've like made some nerd fighters tonight, because we've been walking around the sign, and then people will be like, what's that? And we'll be like,
Then you have to explain it.
yes. And then people will be like,
She explained it to me on the way here. I'm a future nerd fighter.
okay, cool. Yeah, we have a Boston Nerd Fighters group. Nia and some of the Nerd Fighters in her area meet up. We meet up fairly regularly also. And so we tried to meet up with some people, but it was really hard to find people. But we managed to find some Boston Nerd Fighters by walking around with the sign, and it was amazing. I also ran into some of my other real-life Harry Potter fans. They're normal. So, yes, these are some of the friends that I found. They're normal, I swear. Not to mention all the cool cosplayers, like a Ron from A Harry Potter Musical, which, by the way, although I don't have footage of it, behind us in the theater there were two female Ron Weasleys from Harry Potter Musical sitting next to each other, and that was awesome. Also, someone dressed up as Harry's cake from the first movie, which was amazing. There's this girl who I got only a very brief clip of, and she's a Patronus. That guy walking away is an awesome Hufflepuff. When I walked into the mall, he said high five for Hufflepuff, and I'm kind of used to people making fun of Hufflepuff, so I assumed he was joking, and then he like said it again, and then I high-fived him, and it was awesome, and he was in my theater. Finally, this guy who was running around with the magazine having everyone who is dressed up sign it, which was really cool. Sweet.
I have Hedwig with me.
Oh yeah, I saw your Hedwig earlier. I loved it.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And of course, the Voldemort Quirrell and the Awesome Voldemort from my theater. Side note on the Voldemort Quirrell, apparently in one of the theaters in my theater, someone was recreating a Harry Potter musical, but I didn't see it, and I found out about it like the next day, but I think that's totally incredible. Apparently someone got up in front of their theater and was like, hey, does anyone mind if we just recreate a Harry Potter musical? And people were either like, sure, or what the heck are you talking about? And then they went ahead and did it, and props to them. I think that was probably awesome, and I wish I could have seen it. I just loved being in the theater. I'm sure this happened in your theater when the trailer for the new Planet of the Apes came on and Tom Felton came on and everyone screamed. I think my favorite part of a midnight release is being able to hear all of the emotion and like reactions that you don't get if you just go back and see Harry Potter on another day. You don't have people screaming when Ron and Hermione kiss, or getting really excited with, not my daughter, you bitch! Oh my god, the screaming then was amazing. And Neville Longbottom being a badass. Oh, I thought that they were not gonna, I thought they were going to steal his spotlight, and I was just sitting there going, no, 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 out loud, and like, all my friends were doing it too, and then finally, like, it became clear that he was going to get to be his badass self, and then he was, and it was amazing. Side note, have I shown you guys my wand? I finally finished it. It's stained and painted and amazing, and I love it, and I was clutching it for dear life the entire premiere. Basically, it was an amazing night, which was everything that I wanted the premiere to be. I wanted it to be joy and laughter and a little bit of tears, but just something that I will remember for a really long time. And I know I will, because I look back at that night and I remember how to be courageous, even if someone else had to take the step first for me. And I remember what it feels like to be a Harry Potter fan and to be in the moment of Potter and to just enjoy that so thoroughly. And that's why I love Potter. And that's why it's not going anywhere for me, because I'm gonna still seek out those opportunities, and maybe they're not midnight releases anymore. They're rock stock and conferences and rock shows, and I'm just excited for all of that, because as much as everyone says that Harry Potter is ending, it really isn't. Harry Potter will never be over as long as those who remain are loyal to him, and that's what me and my friends were saying the entire night, and I think it's true. Don't you ever wonder what will happen when it ends? Mischief